Hello, everyone. Welcome to the United Fans Voice. And today we have some interesting transfer news, and we are going to be doing a review of United season so far. And with me, I have my co-anchor Maya, who also will be sharing us insights on the happenings at Manchester United. We hope you have some comments to add or ask questions in the comment section below. So let's get down to it. How you doing, Maya? You're welcome to the channel.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So, how you seeing Manchester United?
Well, we know the kind of season we've been having. We've been having basically a very downward season. So we hope that the second half of the season will kick off. But today we'll be analyzing where did we exactly fail in the first season, and what Coach Eric Ten Hag can do to make the second half of the season better.
Yeah. So about our season so far, if we are to run an assessment on it, you see that it's been broken down into three key aspects why we've had a very bad season so far. The first one is our lack of goals. Our attacking department is struggling so hard with scoring goals. Rasmus Højlund just scored his first Premier League goal in over how many months. Alejandro Garnacho has had 3 goals so far this season. Marcus Rashford facing another challenging start to the season. Anthony with the criticisms here and there. So lack of goal has really been a major issue. So if I may ask you, what do you think has led to our attacking department's lack of goals this season? Yeah.
I would say lack of cohesiveness going forward. Basically, if you really check the stats, our attacking line has been one of the lowest performing side. In terms of passes to each other, our attackers, they have the one of the absolute lowest passes to each other in the Premier League. So when a team lacks cohesiveness and teamwork, basically, you're definitely going to see the repercussions of those things. So I think that we have to really work on our teamwork, and the attackers, basically, they have to believe in Rasmus Højlund more. Talking about Marcus Rashford and Anthony, to be precise, both of them, they are really being caught coping in that they really hardly pass the ball to the main striker, which is Rasmus Højlund.
So yeah, believing more in Rasmus Højlund. If you can remember, if you our last game in the Champions League, no, not our last game, one of our group stage games when we were at Old Trafford, when we played against Galatasaray, Rasmus had a brace. You could see that both of the goals came from Rashford, and Rashford was playing on the right hand side. So when Rashford squared the ball to Rasmus, you can see how much of a finisher that boy is. That boy is an excellent finisher. We just have our wingers have to, not every time you have to cut inside and try to look for a goal yourself. Sometimes take your eye up, look up, where's your striker? Try to make plays for him and create plays for him. That has also been really challenging. And also from the case of our right wing has been almost dead this season. And that has been coming from Anthony and Pellistri, to say the least. Eric Ten Hag has been chopping and changing right throughout that right wing since the start of the season. That we haven't really seen a consistent face so far. The season started. Anthony never had a preseason with us, and then he came back. He was rushed back. Was having some series of poor performances. Then the issue with his girlfriend came in, and he had to pull out of the squad for ethics and all of that. So all those stuffs have played in Manchester United having a lack of goals, and you can see Eric Ten Hag has consistently talked about rules and routines. Manchester United, we've been struggling with our rules and routines. What are those routines? Last season, you could see from when Casemiro progresses the ball, gives it to Eriksen, and then you can see Eriksen and Bruno, they try to make things happen. They walk the ball to the wings, either to Rashford and then to Anthony, who they play with their right and left backs. And like we could see some certain level and degree of patterns in their game, but this season nothing of that sort, and they've like faced really 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 low confidence. Those guys are low on confidence. You could see that they can't attack a man, they can't beat a man. I think the only other attacker this season that has been trying to make things happen, like they have been forcing take-ons, be collecting fouls. I think that has been Garnacho. You understand? Other than that, none of them. So, looking at the second part of our season, Erik Ten Hag has to fix the team scoring goals, because we are third in terms of attacking goals scored, behind Sheffield United and Burnley. Yeah, so looking at the second part of our season, looking forward to that, Erik Ten Hag has a huge job on his hands. He has to make sure that our forwards are back in the goals. They have to start scoring goals. They have to start showing attacking plays. They have to start dominating. They have to start, creating chances, converting chances, and getting back in the goal standing. Because it's an embarrassment for a club like Manchester United to, when you check the highest goal scorer standings, you are not seeing Manchester United player in the top 5, top 6, top 7, top 8. It's really, really embarrassing. So, Erik Ten Hag and the strikers, they have a lot of work to do. So, as regards our playing style, a lot of people have, Freddie, a lot of people have been discussing that, Manchester United does not have a playing style, Ten Hag should be sacked. What is he trying to do in the training ground? Like, what would you say about that? Like, what do you think is the cause of we United fans? Because honestly speaking, none of us will be able to say, okay, we are seeing Manchester United playing a specific brand of football or a style of football. What would you say about that?
I think that has been really fully evident this season that we barely have a playing style. I think that will be down to the massive injuries that we are having this season. Basically, I think the only starting player that has a really long-term injury this season is, I think goalkeeper Andre Onana, and probably Rashford. Even if Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, yes, those three players have been the only ones that have been starting. So in order for a team to have an identity, a certain group of players, even if it's not 11, I think 7 or 8, they need to start every match. So when we really are struggling to have our first teamers available for match days, then it really affects the team cohesiveness. So I think this thing really affects our playing style, as I could say. Do you have something to say about the way we were building up from the back last season compared to this season?
There's absolutely no improvement in terms of building out from the back. And actually, building out from the back, I don't think we were better last season with David De Gea at the helm than this season, because, truth be told, Andre Onana is a fantastic goalkeeper in terms of playing out from the back. But this season has been not cohesive enough. They've not been struck. This season has not been according to plan. So the playing out from the back, the dominating, the high press, everything we're supposed to see, that we're supposed to build on from last season, we haven't been seeing that due to the way the season has been going so far. So, what I would say as regards playing style is Ten Hag has been really, really unlucky with injuries. He has been really, really unlucky with injuries. That's one. Also, secondly, Manchester United has had a lot of off-field issues plaguing the club this season. One stems from the ownership problem, which has been rectified and clarified over the last few weeks, with Jim Ratcliffe coming in as a 25% minority shareholder. And Manchester United also had the Greenwood situation, whereby Richard Arnold put out that devastating statement which caught the world on fire as regards Mason Greenwood. And how about Anthony's own situation with his girlfriend, assault back in Brazil, and those kind of situation makes it really, really, really very toxic and hard for a manager to have his grip, to show his grip on the club, because those stuff also contributes to the directionless pattern in which we've been seeing in Manchester United so far. And also in terms of the injuries, like if you can look back at last season when Jurgen Klopp was having his injury, his midfield was being riddled with injury, and Van Dijk also went out for the season. You could see how many defensive combinations Jurgen Klopp had, and how that really impacted Liverpool last season. And that was one of the reasons why Liverpool has been playing the Europa League this year, right? Liverpool, as we know, they are a very, very formidable team, at least to be in the Champions League in the Premier League. To be in the Champions League as per the Premier League table is concerned, but due to injury, just Virgil van Dijk and Thiago last season, they were unsteady. Now imagine Eric Ten Hag having at a point United had, I think, 21 injuries, and those injuries were not just injuries to fringe players; they were injuries to key players. We have Casemiro is back, Lisandro Martinez is back, and these guys are extremely key players. Even Malacia to an extent. Sure is like Eric Ten Hag's lieutenant, like in terms of playing out from the back. These guys have been extremely pivotal. How about Mason Mount? We all know how much Ten Hag wants Mason Mount as regards our high pressing situation. Somebody that can work with Bruno in that midfield in terms of like committing themselves forward, winning high pressing situations, counter pressing situations. So Mason Mount is really, really key. So United have not really had a settled squad per se. That's why Erik Ten Hag is complaining about routines, that the routines will come into play when he has a settled squad. As for that, I don't really know, because I feel like you are coaching a top level team. Manchester United have a bench. Whether we agree the bench is a top level bench or a low level bench, I don't know. But I know every top team has a bench. So you should be able to implement routines whereby if a first teamer has an injury, the capable duty coming in to the team will be able to perform better. You understand? We'll be able to keep that same pattern of play in which you've been executing in training ground. So I think that's what has been our major challenges this year. But we are looking forward to next year. So we'll see how important it is going to be. How when everybody's back. So far, Lisandro is back, Casemiro is back. So once the whole team is back and healthy, hopefully we'll see a change in our performances and our form. Now, the goalkeeping situation. This has been like the most controversial part of Manchester United season today. Should De Gea have stayed? Is Onana worthy of Manchester to be Manchester United's number one? Is Onana's playing out from the back? Is it wise, or has it shown that it's a good signing? So once we hear from you guys, please leave a comment in our comment section below. Tell us about what do you think about United's goalkeeping situation. Yeah, so back to you, Mayor. Let's hear your final thoughts.
Thank you very much, Dwayne, for your comments on the situation of the squad now, our injuries, and the whole takeover situation. We just hope that there will be less chaos around our beloved club, Manchester United, during this second half of the season. So yeah, like he has said, if we have any input about the current goalkeeping situation, if David De Gea should have stayed, if goalkeeper Andre Onana is the right one for the club moving forward in the long term or short term, let's hear your comments. Let's see it down below. Thank you very, very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast, United Fans TV, to your friends. Have a nice day.